The location of your headlights ground connection will be located inside the engine compartment. If you go to where your fuse box is at, mine's right here. This is on Lincoln MKZ. This is also work with Zephyr. But you got the connection here, and you'll have one. This is for the driver's sides of the lights. You'll have one right under your radiator reservoir tank. To get to that, you'll need a 10mm socket and remove those two screws or bolts. After you've done that, go and kind of wiggle it upwards, because there'll be a little slot that kind of slides into, and you'll have to try to free it from the engine mount and your ABS pump, the hose. Try to be careful not to rip the hose. After you've done that, like on mine, I'll show you how to do it. But to find out whether your ground connection is bad, I've taken the bolt out already. Go and do that. Make no ground connection here. This also is for your wipers. I know it does your fog lights and your wipers, but let's do the headlights first. Turn on your headlights. See how it's very dull? The high beam, my low beam's not lighting up. We got the fog lights that's really low. By this side, the high beam's a little bit dull. I got my headlights working. And this is bright, the fog lights. And here I'll show you after, if I can do that, trying to do it one hand or not. If I make the ground connection right here, seen it flicker, I know that. And you got your headlights working and your fog lights bright. Let's see what it does with the high beams. You turn the high beams on, nice and bright. Fog lights still stay on. Yeah, I bypassed it. The fog light stays on. Let's remove it too. You see it's attached to it. Then you disconnect it, and it's back being dull. If you do the same thing and you got this one nice and bright, it'll do the same thing on this side. If your headlights dull, like not brightening up bright, you got a bad ground connection possibly, which is under the radiator reservoir. For the passenger side, this is for the driver's side. This is also with the wipers too. Let's see. Oh, my camera's acting up, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. But see, my wipers ain't trying to go. That's high speed. If you lift it up, you'll see it slowly going. This is high speed. This is off. Put it down before I try scratching the hood. I'll put the ground connection back on. See, that works fine. Take the ground connection. Even if you got like a bad ground connection, it will just slowly go. So that's how you can tell if you got a bad ground connection. So let's go ahead and attach mine back on. It works just fine. Now, if your ground connection's rusted, I've taken mine off. That's why all mine stops. But if your little ground connection area is all rusted, then you want to take it off and take sandpaper to it, kind of clean it up a little bit if you can. Like mine, my headlight high beam's a little bit dull compared to this side. It's because I don't have the ground connection on. So that's the location for your high beam lights. Thanks for watching.